Hey guys, what's up? It's Robbie with Open World Games, and right now I am absolutely addicted to Uncharted 4. You have no idea. Now, one of my all-time favorite single-player games ever is Uncharted 2. It was amazing, and Uncharted 4 is quickly catching up to that experience. But I have been playing the hell out of this game, and as I play it, I'm noticing that they seem to be teasing these open-worldish type environments within the Uncharted universe. Now, I do have opinions whether or not the core Uncharted franchise should go open world or not. I think Uncharted as a franchise is wonderful, linear, so just keep that in mind. If Naughty Dog ever did pursue an open world game within the Uncharted universe, I would think it would be a spin-off, and they would have to continue doing what they do best with Uncharted, and that is telling this amazing story through these action sequences, puzzles, and things like that. But what did we see from Uncharted 4 that could indicate that future projects from Naughty Dog, perhaps another Uncharted game, could end up being completely open world? Well, we saw a drivable Jeep within a very open worldish type environment several different times. It was so cool being able to just have the freedom, roam around, find treasure, use the winch mechanic and pull yourself up through this rough terrain by winching yourself to a tree and then moving in that manner. I could see that being very, very popular within an open world environment, these type of challenges with the Jeep. And of course, approaching the enemy encounters was awesome within these open world settings. There's basically like you could approach them any way you wanted to, become a sniper, go in there, guns a-blazing, or use your stealth to really tackle the area. I'm telling you guys, it was a ton of fun. And it's very replayable, by the way. This game is like one of the most replayable games, considering it is quite linear with these, I would call them like open world-ish hub spaces, I guess you would say. They're like teasing open worlds big time, in my opinion. Now, traversal mechanics were also more open than ever before. There was so much opportunity to explore in many different ways with the Jeep, with your grappling hook, and just get lost. And mentioning the grappling hook, that traversal mechanic was very upgradable over the course of the game, which was awesome. But if Uncharted ever did go full open world, they would have to be very careful because, as you may know, a lot of these open world games end up being dubbed walking or exploring simulators, and that is something you want to avoid completely with Uncharted. So they would have to keep that parkour, the grappling hook mechanics, and just that fun traversal that Uncharted is known for alive throughout the entire experience when exploring, and I think they could pull it off. Now, one thing Uncharted 4 lacks completely is an upgradable weapon system, which is actually fine because you can go from enemy to enemy, literally punch them in the face. Their weapon flies up and you could steal it, and that's really the joy about Uncharted, is having a variety of weapons that you can play with. Within 5 minutes, you're using like 3 different weapon combinations, which I think is awesome. That should definitely carry over into whatever they do open world. But yes, they would have to have some sort of progression system for upgradable weapons and weapon customization. I think that would be cool, and I think it would work too. Now, puzzles are a huge part of the Uncharted franchise, and the biggest thing about going open world is you worry about repetition setting in. Now, Uncharted has several sections where you go from one puzzle, then you go to combat, then there's traversal, then you go back to a puzzle. That's basically the rotation of gameplay, but it's so fresh all the time because once you go to puzzle, it's a new puzzle. It's a new challenge. It really isn't that repetitious. And I think that would be amazing in an open world, solving a puzzle that is truly a world-sized puzzle, going from building to building, making the buildings, towers line up or something in sync, then you unlock a cave or something like that. I think that would be absolutely amazing, traversing an entire world and trying to solve a world-sized puzzle or puzzles. I think it would work wonders also in co-op, but again, co-op is something that should be optional. Uncharted has always been a wonderful single-player experience, and sometimes I know a lot of you would agree that co-op can get in the way. So if they do ever add co-op, which would be cool, it would have to be completely optional, never get in the way of the story and stuff. Now, another really cool thing to see with Uncharted is being able to find and discover treasure underwater. They actually had a segment in the game where you were basically lifting up a semi-trailer underwater, and it was so cool, and I was like, man, this would be amazing in an open world. And we got to see a new dialogue system in Uncharted 4. It was brief and simple, but man, it was such a cool mechanic and really built character development in the right way, in my opinion. It gave you options to really communicate with some of your favorite characters. These are like some of my all-time favorite characters in any medium, really. But I would love to see this enter into an open world setting, give you more options to explore dialogue with the characters that you love so much. But there's things that they would have to avoid. You know, Uncharted, again, is all about the story, the characters. Losing that is absolutely unacceptable. And that is one thing open worlds tend to do to games, is they tend to wash out that story. That can never happen to an Uncharted game, ever. Of course, if they did decide to go for an open world setting within Uncharted, maybe they should just do a spin-off game and keep the regular series going in the background as well. I'm not too sure. What do you guys make of that? But guys, they have some of the best controls, story, graphics. Can you imagine their engine streaming in open world? I'm not too sure what that would do to the graphics engine, though. It could actually take a hit in that department. Again, that's why I would suggest making it a spin-off game. So, you know, open worlds, they also have a tendency to get really redundant just to buff that player time, making sure the players are in the game for like 15, 20 hours, 40 hours, pushing that time by increasing travel distance. Again, that walking simulator, exploring simulator mentality setting in. So that's something that I would absolutely have to avoid, because I think Uncharted could pull it off because they have such good traversal mechanics, and I could see just exploring being a total freaking blast, but it just can't be walking around. I mean, I don't think that would work for an Uncharted open world game. But guys, please let me know what you make of this. Do you think it would be cool to see an open world game from Naughty Dog, Uncharted, or whatever it may be? I think they could pull off something absolutely amazing. Let me know in the comments below. I'm very curious to see your response. Thanks guys so much for watching. Stay tuned here for more open world gaming goodness, and I will see you guys later.